All right, it's recording. We're moving forward with life. All right, you guys. In this video, I, Valerie Hoganson, am going to explain or answer how to stay in a state of peace and calm, especially if you've already implemented a balanced nutrition lifestyle. You're doing Reiki, you're doing the energy healing, you're doing the self-care, the meditation, the yoga, and then keeping that serenity, that peaceful feeling when you're not in the environment of yoga or a meditation, but out in the world, or especially out with people that probably don't think, speak, believe like you do, how to keep that serenity, how to keep that peace in a busy work environment too. Kind of all combined. So my name is Valerie Hoganson, as I've already said twice or one time. Might delete this later. I'm a Reiki master, a yogi, a nutrition coach, and I've also started my own business, Everything Holistic, where I offer holistic solutions to anybody really, but especially to business owners. I've really noticed I tend to attract and love working especially with business owners, small, medium-sized business owners. Actually, some business owners are quite large in size, but I just really love the idea of working with business owners because I feel that government isn't always there, right? Like they take days off, where business owners do not. Like they are depending on their mental clarity, their body, their thought processes, their beliefs to help other people in some way with a service or a product, and two, to make revenue. Like if there ain't money, there ain't nothing in a business. So I love working with those business owners because I feel like small business, and man, I'm getting so fired up, I'm shaking this computer already. But small businesses really are the heart of, like, I feel like a commercial on the radio, but they're the heart and soul of our community, our culture. And I love working with those people because they're just really passionate about what they do. They want to be doing what they're doing. Otherwise, they'd be working at a 9-to-5 job, like most people. Anyway, so I'm talking about today I want to talk about a common problem I hear when working with these business owners that want to improve revenue, that want to improve their performance and mental clarity. So I guess to start off, let me just tell you, watch me just put chapstick on. I'm so professional. I try really hard, you guys. I'm committed to showing up. So here I am. I've been a yoga student. I'm just going to tell my story. So I've been a yoga student since 2013. When I was in my last semester of college, I was introduced to a yoga class, and I was like, kind of just went as a joke. I've told this story before. You've probably heard it. Probably heard it if you've been following me for any length of time. But I went into that class not knowing anything about meditation. I just knew yoga was something people did, and I just thought it was a joke to even go to begin with, because I was a high school athlete, and that was my extent of health and wellness was what I learned in sports in high school. So when I did that class, there was about an hour long. There was probably 30 other yogis in the room. Some of them were in their skivvies, some were balancing on their head, some of them were just normal, people, whatever. But I just really loved how I gathered this deep sense of calm and peace within the yoga class, like I've never had before, really. Like, I shouldn't say ever before, but in my college days, I was, working so much and just really pushing myself to make enough money to get done with college as fast as possible. So I loaded on the classes, I loaded up on work so that I could, pay for my school and get out and be done, not have so much student loan debt after I graduated. So I literally hadn't felt like that since maybe I was like a kid, when I was playing Barbies before, like middle school, maybe, I was in that class and I just felt so calm and okay with life and okay with me. And I stepped out of that class, literally changed. Like I had no clue what I was getting into. I literally kind of just went to this one guy I had a crush on went, and I kind of wanted to go because he was going, whatever. So, but I didn't know in that class alone, it would have changed the game for me forever as far as me having self-confidence and self-love. So I continued to continue doing yoga. I'd go on YouTube, practice in my duplex, practice in the dormitory when I was living in Iowa by myself. So I just continued to pursue this yoga. Like I just loved it. I was like, I will go and find a way to keep this in my life. And I moved to Indiana back in 2014. So I, started my big kid job and I stuck with the yoga and I actually found a cool teacher in town that I really vibed with and a yogi community that I really, really loved and just stuck with. And after a few years of doing yoga in those classes, I decided that it was time for me to teach others how to do this stuff. I really got to loving it. And the Capricorn that I am and the teacher that I am was like, yeah, yeah, let's teach this. So I decided to, get my yoga teacher, instructor certification and started teaching classes just like I was taught what I loved. And I continue to grow. Like yoga was like part of like, I was doing a few other ventures too with Reiki healing and then nutrition consulting. And I really love the idea of like putting all these things together. So I, started growing my business. I started growing my Reiki practice, my nutrition consulting, and then the yoga. And then I created in this past year a program where business owners can improve revenue and performance by integrating all of these parts, all of these things into their lifestyle. And I created this program for business owners where they could have all these tools at their disposal for like a certain amount of time depending on the program. And I noticed like, yes, when clients were with me, when I had yogis in class, they were in class just in their zone of genius, like totally tapped in and learning about meditation and learning about their thoughts and how to focus their mind and how to clear their mind, how to just get a lot of energy from the nutrition guidance. But then there was some parts of I noticed like people, like the clients, the people that I was working with, these business owners would get off the phone with me or get out of the class or whatnot and go out into the world, into the busy work environment. They would go into, a stressful work environment where there's so much going on. They had to really, focus and pay attention. Otherwise, it would be unsafe for them, or they'd go into the world like visiting family where family wouldn't agree with what they were doing or saying or believing, and they would resort back to that reactive way of being. Or I have worked with business owners that are literally starting a new venture or creating stuff in their business that's new, and the newness of it creates uncertainty. There's just this block that they have with moving forward because they haven't ever done it before. And it was like they were gaining all this healing during sessions, but then to implement it was just kind of like not transferable. Like the skills and the way of being that they learned in meditation, yoga, Reiki were not transferring into the work environment. I'd had clients tell me before too that they have such a heavy workload that they have so many clients themselves that they just feel like they get burnt out because they're always working, and then they start to resent the work, and then they start to get depressed because they want to, they know they're passionate, but the energy is just not there to perform in the way that they would like, or they don't feel the way they would like. So if I didn't figure out how to connect what I was teaching to these people's lifestyle, that I was doing some good, but not as much as I know I could. That I knew to be possible, really, because I mean, I did it. So I'm like, surely others can figure this out too. Like, I'm not, there's nothing special about me. I'm not like some sort of like special entity or an angel, although I like to think I am. But anyway, I just feel like the practice of yoga is so, so powerful in this, because yoga teaches the body, the nervous system, the muscles, the mind, how to stay centered and calm, even in like these wild, radical poses. And it teaches the nervous system to embody the happiness, peace, joy, breath that is so, so needed, even in the stressful times. So if you are interested in any of the programs that I offer, please reach out, send me a private message. I keep saying DM, but some people are unsure of what DM is. Direct message me. Also, if you find this helpful, please share. Much gratitude. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.